Jacalyn Kow. Welcome to Techspresso, where we talk about the latest gadgets, and today we'll be talking about Xiaomi's latest offering, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. I've got Effi of Amanz.my and Pang of Laoyat.net. So guys, Xiaomi, how popular is it in Malaysia?
Well, when it comes to popularity among our readers, we can see that a lot of people are interested in it, mainly because it offers pretty good specification at a very, very affordable price. But if you look at the market in Malaysia, they don't really have that penetration right now, mainly because they sell it online only. You can't buy it offline. So their market share is lower than the top four.
Xiaomi devices have always been about pricing it as low as possible, as close to cost as possible. The business model is simply because they expect people to pay more and reap their profits later on using their services and their software. So the most important thing is the acquisition of the users first.
What's really special to me about the Redmi Note 3 is that it's the first Redmi device with a metal body. So how would it appeal to consumers, the perception of it when it comes to a Redmi device? Now that it has a more premium feel, how do you think this would,
If you look at how the market has changed in the last 2 years, plastic phones are on the way out now. By following what the market want right now, they are just making sure that the consumer will always go to the device first.
So keeping the price as low as possible, but also giving consumers what they want. So that's basically the motto here.
Yep.
So Pang, this Redmi Note 3 comes with a newer and faster processor, the Snapdragon 650. How excited are you about this?
The Snapdragon 650 is actually a very, very good processor. It's almost the equivalent, actually it's actually even better than last year's flagship level Snapdragon 808, which is a hexa-core processor. This is also a hexa-core processor.
What would it do if it's a little bit better? It means faster.
It's going to be faster. So as a comparison, the last Snapdragon 808 device that we saw in Malaysia was the BlackBerry Priv. The LG G4 also had a Snapdragon 808. Both devices, LG G4, 2,600 ringgit. The BlackBerry Priv, 3,600. The Redmi Note 3 starts from 750. So for that level of performance, you're getting it at like a price that's a third of what the other Snapdragon 808. And this is the first Snapdragon 650 device in Malaysia. So honestly, it's actually very exciting.
So you would say that it actually, touches a sweet spot of consumers?
It improves a lot on what the consumer has been complaining about the Redmi Note 2, which basically that the battery wouldn't last 8 hours. And now it not only comes with a better processor, which doesn't use as much battery. It comes with a bigger battery, about 1,000 mAh more.
How long can you use your phone for before it?
From what I've used over the weekend, it easily lasts over a day, which is something that is.
That's a selling point.
Yeah, I would say that is something that is required now. You don't want to lug around a power bank,
especially with busy bees around, right?
Yeah.
Pang, what do you love most about the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3?
I think honestly, as a package, the Redmi Note 3 actually offers a lot of value for money. Like as it always has been for Xiaomi devices, it's always about value for money. In terms of performance, it works really well. The battery is massive. Probably the only thing that's a little bit underwhelming so far for us has been the camera.
Okay, so that's one of the shortcomings.
Correct.
It comes with a 16 megapixel camera.
It comes with a 16 megapixel Samsung sensor, I think. And Xiaomi devices, for all throughout its entire price range, their cameras have always been one of the better aspects. I think it's in terms of exposure, the automatic mode seems to be a little bit off. In low light, it's pretty bad.
So you can't have everything, right?
Probably, like in a way you can say that, because for 850 ringgit, people may be expecting like the world from Xiaomi, right? But
you gotta give them a break sometimes.
It's a surprising low point, actually.
I know in our previous chat, you're very particular when it comes to the phone's form factor. So how does the Redmi Note 3, how does it feel in the palm of your hand? Are you happy with it?
I'm quite happy with it because even though it's made of metal, the back is not as slippery as I expect it to be. Okay. The finish is matte. So I haven't encountered any instances where it's slipping out of my hand. And
tell you guys have to put cases on your phones lah.
I do, but in this particular one, I probably wouldn't have to use a case because The back is also curved, so it fits perfectly in my hand. And despite of its size, everything is accessible using one finger.
Okay.
So it's great.
So it's comfortable.
It's comfortable for me.
Okay, so right now what I've gathered so far is that the form factor is great, the size is great, the price point touches a sweet spot of consumers. Camera is a little bit disappointing, but we have to address this. This is the first Xiaomi device with a fingerprint sensor. So how good is it? Is it as good as say the Nexus 6P?
I think the fact that there is a fingerprint sensor inside a device that's priced at this amount, it's a good introduction for people who are just trying out, like, hey, I want a fingerprint sensor phone. And
Xiaomi users, that is, people who have used Xiaomi in the past.
yes, that, and also for people who are, you have to remember that sometimes that at this price range, people are looking for their first smartphone. And it'll be a great introduction for a fingerprint sensor phone.
Okay.
So when they're first starting out, you have this one, and you have like a really complete package of a smartphone.
If I can add something, it also supports Quick Charge 2.0 now. So
okay.
4000 mAh battery, it charges in about less than 2 hours, which is good, which is fast.
The only shortcoming is the camera, and that's about it. Other than that, for the price point,
The camera
It's
and I
alright.
think availability.
And also, if you really want to be very pedantic about it, it's still using Lollipop instead of Marshmallow in 2016.
is that a big downside though for most Android users?
To most Android user, I wouldn't think that having Marshmallow is a big thing right now. And to most Android user, how cheap a device is more important than using the the latest
Especially
software.
for Malaysians, right?
Especially for Malaysian, because it's only like one generation back.
So, would you buy this phone? Would you recommend your friends to buy this phone?
If they were looking for a smartphone that's
It's
worth
cheap,
upgrading,
right?
but for not that much,
Okay.
this is actually a really good package.
So basically, if you're looking for decent features in a phone with really good price, about 850, it's really alright. It really appeals to all demography of the mass market. Then go for the Redmi Note 3. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Techspresso right here, where we break down the latest gadgets for you. Thank you to Effi and Pang for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much.